Well, Lee, it looked like your players certainly managed the game today and definitely didn't play the occasion. It was an absolutely fantastic performance and 3 very important points.
Yeah, definitely. Obviously, we wanted a response from last Saturday's disappointment in terms of result. We didn't take them too apart after the game last Saturday because we knew not only did we come up against a good side of Mousehole, but you got the journey down and everything else to take into consideration. And I felt on the day our performance was okay. You know what I mean? I don't think we've done enough in the game, and I think there was a few frustrated players all week from that performance and result last week, and I think that showed today. Like again, in exchanges showed by Evesham are a good side. They're always knocking in around these top areas. Like we had the season before where we were in the top area, and last year was a bit disappointing. This year we're finding ourselves in a good place again, but obviously it was a season where we knew we had to develop players, and I think today you've seen a lot of players show that they're gaining in experience at this level, and as you said, controlled the game. And felt in the second half, most definitely from start to finish in the second half, we looked like on the front foot. First half, like the goal come around at a good time, a great header by Harry after a good delivery by Jaden, probably at the time when it was slightly against the run of play, but then in the second half I think we played ourselves into the ascendancy and controlled.
Obviously, you said the performance was okay last week at Mousehole. How pleasing was it that Manor Farm was so clinical in not just the attacking box but also the defensive one as well?
Yeah, very, very pleasing. Clean sheets are always great because it means that you definitely haven't lost. And then you scored 2 good goals, and it, like I commented after, like in Danny's case, like I said, like he's one of the most honest players I've ever had the pleasure of managing. In terms of he keeps everyone else honest, because you can't rest on your laurels if you're a defender. He gets you higher up the pitch, and all our other players seem to react to that. He's been a great addition to this squad of players since he's like walked through the door here. Like in terms of the honesty, in terms of the clean sheet and the scoreline, I just felt that we were our reaction today was excellent, and it's what's needed to be, because we're in a lot of margin for error. We come off the pitch today, look at you're not going to not look at other results. A few's gone for us, a few's gone a bit against us in terms of we keep sides in the contention, but we know that we've got to just get ourselves regrouped together, ready for Monday, because it's a natural turnaround, but we know we're in good confidence going down to Willand. But again, another good Southern League side, so we'll give them respect and duly try and set out to beat them.
Obviously, Lee, we know it's obviously the bank holiday and there were going to be a few extra people come down today, but the sort of carnival atmosphere around the place is continuing. Obviously, we had it at Cribs down at Mousehole, and then again today 337 was absolutely brilliant.
Yeah, no, it is special. We're very appreciating that, and like I said, I think it was commented today, that's without the student effect today in terms of Easter holidays. So if we're getting that sort of numbers, and we know that like they put 40 or 50 on the gate as well, this has been an outstanding crowd today. And like I say, like is always noticeable. You just see it when the lads come out of the dressing room to go down the steps to the pitch. It just gives them that bit more, and they're reminded of that constantly. I mean, they're told, like if they don't know what it feel like to get the 3 points in a game like today, then they certainly hear about it come 10-5 today, because of the reaction of the supporters have shown them, and that sets us up. That gives us good energy going into Monday's game. And like you say, you're managing players that are young lads. They're like, obviously temptations are always there to go out, but I think they're going to maybe have a couple of quiet pints tonight, enjoy themselves, be a little bit quieter Sunday than most people their age on a bank holiday weekend, and we get ourselves down in Willand and look to get valuable points on the board again that we need, because it's throat cutting at the moment, and we're like today, bit of a throat cutting game. Evesham may out of contention, but it gives them a tougher task now, and our control over them's there. You know what I mean? If we had lost or dropped points today, it would have been in their hands. Now it's certainly in ours in terms of keeping them at bay.
Absolutely, and obviously you've been touching there on Willand. What can we expect from Willand as a side? I mean, we've had some fantastic games against Willand over the years, and I'm sure Monday's game will be no different.
Yeah, like I'm going to be busy managing my team rather than looking at what Willand's got to offer, other than the fact that I know there's names on their sheet that like you wouldn't mind as a manager having those names on your team sheet, and I have managed a couple of them, and I know what their credentials are and their abilities are. And obviously, like from obviously the two that spring to mind is Josh Ford. Obviously, he had a very good period for us here, and the main man Owen. You know what I mean? Like he's one of the best centre forwards I've ever had the pleasure of managing, and also I like from afar, I got a lot of respect for him, the way he is, the way he conducts himself, and his attributes as a centre forward. So we know we got to work out, but we got two good centre halves in the making in terms of Ollie Woodhouse. Obviously, he's come in with experience already, but Harry Lucas, another young lad that's making his win his game, and today I felt like, I know Mason got the man of the match, but very happy with Harry today, because there was little moments early in the game, but he just he covered up well as like a boxer does. He made sure that he didn't make a mistake that could lead to a problem for us. And when he got the confidence, obviously from a great header, the second half he looked like a little Bobby Moore out there, and I want him to enjoy these situations, because these situations are what players need to embrace, because they don't come around that often, these opportunities, and we've got to make the most of them.
Definitely, and I think it would be unfair to not mention yesterday as well the hard work and the efforts from the volunteers that came down to get the ground and the kit ready for today's big match. It almost sort of is very heartwarming, obviously, to have that many people come down on the bank holiday Friday, and also as well, the 3 points backed up that hard work yesterday. So it gives it good validation.
Definitely, it's a collective effort, and you games are set up from training, from the preparations. There's a lot of work that goes on behind the scenes. Obviously, Jess Selleck was the man that always preached that, is the togetherness, and we got people that have been around this club, but all the time that I've been, I think I've been there about 13, 14 years now, and Jeff made sure that it was the togetherness of the club, and everyone that buys into that. There's no one that's not not buying into it. I mean, everyone's buying into it, and that's preached. And those people should be proud of themselves. And I've said it time and time again. This is a great club. It always will be a great club, and people appreciate the club. And those people who've worked with Jeff are here now working with other people, and they're a credit to themselves, because no one's gone missing. I mean, the people are here and standing up, and we've got newbies coming into the group. And I think when you're doing that on a Friday as a togetherness, I know it is tedious sometimes, clearing up rubbish, doing this, doing that, but sense of achievement, good hard day, it's graft for a weller and pint. It makes it all worthwhile. And then, as you say, when the players, in my opinion, deliver a good, honest, very controlled performance like that, and the 3 points are here, we're all going to feel good together in the clubhouse in a minute, have a couple of pints, and go plan our attack on Willand.
Lee, thanks for your time. Well,
Thank you.
Cheers. Top man.